Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We're here for our AEW Rampage live reaction. Rampage looks pretty good tonight. Aubrey Edwards is wrestling, of all people. So we'll see what's in store for that match. I think that's the match that's the headline of the show.
Should be a good one, actually. I'm excited.
Looking forward to Bandito's match. Very different styles of two people who's wrestling.
I like that. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. You're getting that's the thing. Fans are getting something that you normally wouldn't see. You get all these styles in one match.
Starting off with the kind of Aussie Open. It's not really. It's 2/3 of the Aussie Open. But they're teaming with Jeff Cobb, uh, which is not surprising because this is Forbidden Door season. So
Yeah.
normally around Forbidden Door season, he's doing something with AEW. I know Will Ospreay's obviously going to win this, but I kind of want to see Best Friends pull out a win, an upset or
I
something,
mean, they could use a win though. They could use one.
because they've lost everything here recently. They lost to the
Yeah.
Blackpool Combat Club. They've lost to some other people I know probably. At least the only
And
good
they
thing about
can
Darkness.
definitely use a W.
Yeah, they could definitely. I think Best Friends should go back into tag team action rather than trios.
I always thought
But
it was better just a tag team, honestly.
yeah, when AEW first started, they were one of the best tag teams in
Yeah.
AEW. Will Ospreay tagged in.
And they're going at a steady pace to start off with.
I remember. I remember. Oh yeah, I remember Jericho saying if he had to add another member of the inner circle, it was going to be Jeff Cobb.
I could see that though, honestly. That'd be kind of cool though. Welcome back, Emily.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good, doing good.
It's a very exciting week for AEW, to say the least.
I mean, I agree
Yeah,
with that. I
very.
mean, it's the build to everything. I think what they're doing. They're playing with blurring the lines. I guess you can say.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was really hyped for Rampage, especially after Dynamite. I felt like Dynamite was such a great. I mean, this week's was chef's kiss, if you will.
That reminds
It
me of
was pretty dope.
you saying it reminds me of Ratatouille, the cartoon.
Ratatouille. There you go.
No, we haven't seen. Sometimes Trent and Rocky Romero team up, but Best Friends and them never really team up together. It's always been either Trent and Chuck or Trent and Rocky.
Yeah.
Trish Adora. I can't believe Karen Jarrett's going to be wrestling on AEW in 2023.
If you told me
Kurt
that
Angle's got to
like
be.
a year or two
Kurt
ago,
Angle's,
I don't know that I would have believed it.
Kurt Angle's got to
Exactly.
be coming tomorrow, right?
I think a lot of fans feel the same way, though. Honestly.
I don't know what we're going to get out of that match, to be honest.
Entertainment. A moment
It's the magic
to
of wrestling.
nostalgia. Yeah. I mean, I was pretty impressed with the way Aubrey handled it when she got kind of a guitar smashed into her. So I feel like if nothing else, revenge for Aubrey is always okay.
Oh, of course. She's gonna get her receipt eventually. It's gonna
Oh
come.
yeah. Man.
I love the collision. Curious to see the stage. If it's going to be WCW or is it going to be just normal stage? It's
I
gonna
bet it'll be a callback to Nitro.
it's gonna make Bischoff mad, but he has no right. Okay, I finished the Monday Night War documentary series on Peacock. Bischoff should be ashamed of himself. Like
I
seeing,
haven't
Dude,
seen that yet. Is
yeah,
it
we discussed it. I agree.
yeah, it's really something.
It's a man who didn't really
Just seeing,
care about the business in one hand and kind of milked it with the other.
just seeing everyone lose their jobs and stuff, which they kind of did and didn't, but
there's so
everyone's
much
career went to
handled
shambles.
badly about all of that too. Like just all the wrong risks in
Yeah,
all the wrong ways. So
that's why man loved it because he bought out his
Made him
competition,
richer.
but it was just a lot of stuff.
I always feel like the recent rounds of like wrestling documentaries or like Dark Side of the Rings that I've seen, like anything historical, like I usually either feel like really sad because like you just see like how things were handled and it's not the best, or you feel to your point like really angry at how everything was handled and just wishing that like things could have been different. But then like you look at AEW and I'm like, okay, like they're trying to like do things differently. So, they're trying to prevent history from repeating itself, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's true.
They don't want to fall into the same traps, at least.
They learn from past mistakes.
It's tough because, like, man, I get it. It's like you think about some of the top guys during that time period, and like a lot of times you just want to throw all of your money into one basket. But there was, at the end of the day, who is driving what ship? It gets a little unclear.
No one knew what they
Exactly.
no one knew what they were doing.
No,
It didn't seem like
It
it.
was a ship with no captain.
right.
They went from Booker, the owner, and finally the ship sank. But I think hopefully Tony knows it. I don't think he's like that, or at least I hope not. As long as he doesn't ever bring in someone like Hulk Hogan, we're fine.
There's just sometimes I think you have these guys who kind of have an ego that's bigger than what they can deliver, but I don't sense that with
Yeah.
this group. Like there seems to be a fairly like keeping egos in check for the most part. And it is tough. Like I know some people have argued that about like CM Punk.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. And I get it. Like when you're kind of riding on some of these top guys to like drive the sales and be the face of the company, like, yeah, you're gonna lean into them a lot. And if they've got the wrestling knowledge, but there's a difference between like leaning into that and like embracing it and then like just giving them full utter control. So,
Right.
Yeah, they gave like 7 wrestlers creative control. Wrestlers now, not even
yeah.
and
You
like
don't want to
Jimmy
give
Hart,
the inmates the keys.
then like the wrestlers had more power than the actual people putting on the show.
I thought that I'm sure you guys have read it, but the ESPN article that Punk put out, like I felt like that was a really like I felt like it was just a really good example of that because like he talks about it. He's like at the end of the day, like I apologize to Tony for putting him in that position. He like doesn't view himself as like the boss and the owner. He wants to help, be like a mentor to people, but like it's just
I think AEW does a good job. They
yeah.
didn't make the same mistake because when WCW really got hot,
Mhm.
they just spent all their money and pushed same old people, which at least with AEW, you're seeing guys like Ricky Starks, who else? There's other people, Hobbs, Wardlow, MJF,
Daniel
other
Garcia.
stars being built.
Right. They're trying to, and that's partially with like, from what I understand, part of the reason behind the collision and the brand split a little bit is that it's like giving that TV time to more guys to give them those
Yeah,
opportunities.
and I'm all for that.
Yeah, same. Like I'm excited. Like I'm excited to kind of let these guys finally have some of their moments because it is hard when you've got some killer people. It's like, of course, I'd give the mic to MJF and Adam Cole, but there's also like stars like Hobbs and Wardlow and Miro, and like give them the mic too. So
Right. And the thing is, you don't want to turn it into a situation to where you have, you know, you have the old heads that won't
yeah,
let the young stars rise. You know what I
right.
mean?
I feel like this
They want to
generation
keep that spot.
is trying so hard not to become that. Like I don't know if it's because they faced that, like Jericho and Punk even, and like Daniel Bryan, like they all of those guys, like they seem to kind of look at the business as like, oh yeah, like the best thing I could do is like building my legacy is like invest in the next generation of talent. And I'm like, okay, great. Like
Yeah, I totally agree. And you're right. Jericho is a prime example of that right now.
he's he's doing really well at it because I'm sure they encounter like, when they entered the business, it's sort of that old school mindset of like, hey kids, you got to earn your way and do your time. But there's a little bit of that, but also mixed with like, listen, like I want to help you kind of break out too and become a star.
Exactly.
So
Have a put down like a place for them to do future stuff,
right.
and have them go on, and then that person can pass it down to another person, and I mean, like, passing the torch is kind of a lost art in wrestling here, and I think
Right.
if you were to keep that, you can have talent for decades as long as you just
Yeah.
keep passing that torch.
Because, and I get it. Like, it's kind of hard sometimes when you're trying to get, the audience to like accept someone new. But like, when it's done well, it's done so well. Like
Yeah,
some of these young guys, like Daniel Garcia is a great example. Wheeler Yuta, like
yeah.
all of them. It's like we didn't know who they were like 2 years ago, but look at them. Like, go you.
Great examples.
I don't know why, but
All
my
right.
brain always thinks about like the Shawn Michaels versus Hogan match, and how like that's a prime example of like how I guess Hogan was more of the "it's not gonna work for me, brother" attitude. Just
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
back.
You're right. That is an example right there.
So
If anyone watches our WCW stuff, Mr. Jacobs is not like Mr. Hulk Hogan. I used to like him, but
Not a fan.
we were watching a really good match, and then Hulk Hogan comes out, and then all we hear is, "Well, let me tell you something, brother," and he just ruined the whole vibe of everything.
Yeah, it
I
had to
mean,
be about him.
he is.
no, this
I recognize what he did for wrestling, but then there's also where I draw the line and like other stuff that was not acceptable, and I'm like, we shouldn't really be okay with that either. So it's tough. It's hard.
Yeah,
He's a
four
tough one.
commentators tonight. It was a little bit too much. I
that
think
was a
that match,
beautiful spin tombstone, by the way.
yeah, like that match was a really good match. First match. Jeff Cobb's suplexes reminded me of I'm gonna say his name, Chris Benoit. His suplex reminded me of
Yeah, I
Benoit a
do
little
see
bit.
that. I see that. Yeah,
I also love his finisher. I forget what it's called, but it's very, very unique. Not many people has ever used that. Can you guys see me all right?
yeah. You look fine.
Yes, you were off camera
Okay.
there for like a short, like 2-minute window, but then you came back just a few seconds ago, so I can see you now.
Yeah, on my end, everything was freezing up. I didn't know if David. Hey, David,
Hey,
thanks for
Dave.
watching. Yeah, I knew this was going to come up. What do you guys think about Punk's ESPN interview? For the most part, it was entertaining. I wish it was an actual audio, but it was an article. I'm sure some people didn't like what he said, but um,
I mean, I
of
thought it
course,
was CM Punk being CM Punk.
of
You
course,
know,
That's the
people aren't
thing.
gonna.
I
Of course,
believe
people.
everything you kind of said. It made the most sense. Like I think there's been so much that's just been like thrown out there as rumors, and so hearing it from him, I'm like, okay, like That makes sense. That all of
Of
that
course,
line,
like a pipe bomb for the new generation.
right?
Of course, people was going to pickpocket of what he said and just talk about the elite and all that. But he did apologize for everything. He apologized to Tony, but which I thought he did probably after all
And
that.
that's something. I mean, CM Punk never apologizes.
I think, I mean, and
Yeah,
from what you could tell, I think he just sort of said, listen, like he felt like the scrum was like, you can imagine how I can't. Well, actually, I can't imagine how it feels when you're a wrestler and you're injured and you're in pain, and it sounds like a lot of this has just been building for so long, and like anytime something
yeah,
like stews in you for a long time and you just feel upset, like it's gonna air itself out, and unfortunately, it just
Right.
happens in front of the
I know.
cameras. But like, he's not wrong when he says like there's more fighting in every sport, like besides wrestling. So like,
Right.
Oh yeah,
but
I watched the NBA press conferences, and one player goes off about a referee and gets fined at $25,000.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh man, that's a huge fun too. That's no
yep.
chump change.
I
But
mean, nobody's perfect either. I mean, like, actually, I'm a huge cultaholic fan, and Simon Miller, who works with them, they're all human. Like, everybody gets angry, everybody has their bad moments, and just hoping, like, a couple months here, like, things can blow over, and we can just get better about it. But it's hard to say because,
I'm
like,
actually a fan of Simon Miller.
I love Simon. Just like the most wonderful human being. Like his videos, it's hard not to feel good.
I just hope there's better, because a lot of his article by ESPN really sounded like there wasn't good communication and not a good
Yeah.
AEW backstage crew that was keeping things under control. So I
Right.
think now they'll definitely be. I don't think they want a repeat of what happened.
No.
I think you hit it right on the head. It's lack of communication. That's what I think.
It was.
I mean,
No one
even from Adam
was.
Page's standpoint, it sounds like he was being told. I mean, what's unfortunate is like like we can't speak for the history between Punk and Colt. Like it is what it is at this point. But like I do believe
Yeah,
him when I say that I think he didn't directly influence like Colt being like taken out of the picture or anything. I think it was just assumed. And
just
it
because
just
of their history.
yeah, so like I sort of feel like
Yeah.
rumors exacerbated that, and that's not. I don't think he would have. I think he probably just didn't even want to address that when he came to AEW. I feel like that's the last thing he'd want to talk about. So
And the
Yeah,
funny
that
thing
makes sense.
is that before Punk even got there, he was barely being used as it is.
right,
so, so
Yeah.
I don't. Ty Valkyrie. I'm glad they're still using her
Yeah, me too, man.
because because normally once you lose a championship twice, they don't do nothing with you. But they're keeping
right.
her. They're keeping her in matches,
They
which
got plans.
she's been watching on during Statlander's matches. She's been watching Statlander from the backstage area.
Yeah.
Can we just all take a moment to like fangirl over Chris Statlander? I love that woman. Like she's one of those that I've actually feel like legitimately like I've been watching since she was like in her indies, and like she's such a cool person.
Yeah, she's very cool.
I'm so happy for her, and like I can't imagine mentally what it takes to go through injuries like that, back to back. And I just still feel like she's handled it with so much grace that like when she won, I was just like, yes, queen, finally.
Well deserved.
She works so hard too, and she was one that I thought originally like I was kind of surprised when like WW. I mean, I'm glad in the sense that AEW swooped her up, but like I thought, oh my gosh, like she's the next WWE female star when you see her. But I'm glad she got picked up by AEW.
Me too.
feel like we're gonna see so many people we haven't seen in a while too, like Thunder Rosa and Miro. Like it's been a minute since we've seen them.
Yes, I'm anticipating Miro's return. I really am. You're right. It's been so long, and like, I want to see him eventually work his way into a title picture. He has to be in the title picture.
I mean, it's crazy if you don't put him in it, just because of how. I mean, he's built for it, really.
Right. Exactly. He's made to wear gold.
He looks like a champion. He seems like he's got all of the right. I mean, you just need the story to help get it there.
Right.
That side eye at the camera. I love it when they. I don't know why. It's just that she's such a queen. Just anytime those shots where they just like look up, like almost like channeling The Rock, but like with a little bit more
Yeah.
sass. I appreciate that.
That extra attitude.
And those boots, man. Like I know that's just a girl thing, probably, but
I was actually lucky enough to see her wrestle live years ago in Texas, and she's hilarious when she's in that environment where it's just pure wrestling fans, and she plays into everything. I mean, it's
she knows
fun to
how to work
watch.
it.
She knows how to work it. Right. She knows how to work the crowd.
I always feel like too, like that's such a good test of like people's like really fundamental talent is like when you see like some of their indie footage or like just some of those very old school like small armory or like little conference center where they're performing, but they are rocking like that crowd because that
Yeah.
is hard to do.
And you have wrestling fans that don't get to see live wrestling all the time, and they get to see a great indie promotion bring it to their town. It's awesome.
It's so great. I know my fiance used to have a wrestling promotion that he co-owned it with a couple of friends, and one of their big exciting moments that he showed me way back when it was like 10 plus years ago, but they had Adam Cole on, and they're like, you could just tell he was going to become a star by the way he worked that room, because like
Right.
just a whole different vibe, and like the crowd was with him all
In
the
the palm of
way.
his hand.
So I mean, you can always tell it's like there are people who come in that, yeah, they put on a good performance, they're kind of everything's in the ring, but as soon as they leave the ring, that's kind of the end. But like there are people who just milk every second of that story that they're telling, and you're like, oh, you're like up here, different caliber of like.
Right. They're able to show more dimensions of their characters.
I'm so glad Jeff is back. He just seems like such a nice person. Like I don't know why, but like I always feel like the toughest, scariest looking wrestling guys, like they're like the nicest human beings when you meet them.
I mean, that's true too. Yeah, that's pretty true. A lot of the bigger ones are like the nice ones, like the Big Show.
Oh yeah, like
I mean, that dude is so nice in
big
person.
teddy bear Mick Foley. Like you meet him, and he's just like the sweetest person. Like it's so funny too, because like they look so intimidating. I say that because like sometimes like I've like been like, oh mom, look, it's like so and so, or like we'll see somebody, she'll see pictures on my wall or something. She's like, oh, that guy, and I'm like, yeah, he's so sweet, he's so nice, and like they look so scary outward facing. That's my like gauge of how like wrestlers come across is like how my mom reacts, and as soon as like she sees
Right.
me,
Exactly.
like, that guy is sweet. I'm like, yeah, he's a very sweet human being, like the nicest person.
Hopefully things work now. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going on.
reboot again.
Every Friday, this happens. I don't know why. Every Friday.
The witching hour. Technology is like kind of in that sweet spot between the end of the week and the weekend, and it's like maybe I'll play ball, maybe I won't.
Because lots of times on Mondays it was bad, but on
Yeah,
Wednesdays it's
remember
completely
that.
fine. Completely fine on Wednesdays. I figured this would be the main event. So what's happened since I've been out?
Oh, we saw the Type Valkyrie match. She's great. We were talking about how even like in small like indie venues and stuff, she was great about working the crowd. That was a great match.
Yeah.
Although I don't know who her opponent was. I missed the name of her opponent
Tonight?
Yeah.
It was Trisha Dora.
Trish okay.
Trisha Dora. Yeah, she's been on ROH a little bit.
It was a good match though. They're great about working the crowd. They're just so good at
Yeah.
it.
No, I don't know about this, Aubrey.
Oh my gosh, look at the little refs. I can't.
They really brought him to
The
AEW.
little riffs.
Little bit. Oh,
I can't
Yeah.
lie, that was adorable.
that's like the little like social snapshot. And Dem Boys. That is so great.
I love the top of the arena like that. The what'd you call it?
The
I don't
lighting
know.
rigs.
It's on top and like they had the graphics and stuff. Like where you would go to a basketball game and you'd see the score on top. I don't know
Oh
what
yeah,
they
the
call
screen.
that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you call that.
You tell him, Aubrey. Love the smack talk. Aubrey doesn't take anything from anybody.
Got the sleeves cut off and everything. She is
Just
dope.
Karen didn't wear
Going
wrestling.
down to
She didn't
handles of
wear.
business.
Karen didn't.
it's so sad too, because like I know she's probably a wonderful person in real life, but it's a very unfortunate time in history to be named Karen because it just comes with all the negative
Right.
connotations.
Yeah. No, I don't think
I
she
mean,
dressed.
wrestling fans are going to take that and run with it.
I don't think she dressed appropriately because anything can happen with that.
Oh yeah.
It could be a.
Makes
Yeah.
That's
me
live
nervous
TV.
anytime there's like two straps holding your top part together. Have you not seen
Uh,
early 2000s WWE where like that was just a recipe for like
Ron, thanks for watching. Remember, yeah, when we was talking about Jeff Cobb. Yeah, that was in
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia, 2020. Russo and Eric, yeah. Hassan Terrell, thanks for watching. Why is Sanjay not in this match?
that's a great
it'd been-
question.
I mean,
been more funny if he was wrestling.
that is a really good question. Really.
I feel like it's been a while since he wrestled Sanjay. So I don't know if he does.
Yeah, he wrestled a few times in AEW, but not like actually wrestle. He's just been in there
Like
like
he'll come in and take bumps and stuff.
Yeah.
like kind of like Mark Sterling. He was in some matches before. But Sanjay, if anyone knows Sanjay Dutt, TNA, that's what he was known for. He had some of the best matches with AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. There's a lot of people that he's wrestled against.
Oh, I forget Samoa Joe's going to be on Collision too, isn't he?
Yep. The
Oh,
main event, CM Punk and FTR versus
CMFTR.
versus Samoa Joe and Bullet Club Gold.
They'll help him get some good PR back. FTR is good about.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you're pairing up with FTR, you're gonna get some cheers, and I mean that I'm sure it's Chicago. He'll get some good love. They'll get some love. So
I think
Yeah, CM Punk with his best friends. I mean, they're gonna get
Yeah.
all the pop.
I wonder if CM Punk's gonna turn on FTR and join the Bullet Club.
That'd be interesting.
bad guy Punk, that could be very interesting. I mean, it might, if there was ever a time to run with it when people are booing, then maybe now's the
If
time.
anyone's seen his
I've always
WWE
thought a heel
stuff,
punk is what they. I've always thought a heel
They
punk is what they
want it.
really need.
I don't know if some fans can handle it though.
I know people struggle to separate. I know.
Because there was one
They
time
don't
when
want
a
to boo
fan,
him.
there was one time when a fan was booing him, and he was like, "I dare you to come through and get in the ring, and that'll be the last time you ever boo."
I
That's
think
cool.
he'd be crazy to get in that. Like I've seen, certain wrestlers, like occasionally somebody like a fan will get through the crowd and like actually like try to do, and you're like, you are in like, oh my gosh.
That's what Chris wanted to do with
That's-
MJF. That's why he.
Yeah, he was talking. He was
then
talking about
And then
challenging
at the
him.
show,
Never
MJF comes out, and I'm like, Chris, like, why aren't you up there? And he just
say something.
sits down.
Yeah.
He just sits down and he didn't say anything. Which this was Nashville 2020,
He had his opportunity.
2022. He just came out just for a few seconds and left. MJF. That's when Punk and MJF was feuding. But the time he was out there, he could have walked up there and.
Or at least said, "Screw you, MJF." I said something.
Oh yeah.
Did something.
He wasn't gonna say anything.
Like, I mean, I feel like if you like as a like if you do enter the ring or you get in their way, like you're fair game at that point. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that if I was
Yeah, I
you.
mean that's your own damn
Yeah.
fault if
I mean, like
get
I
in the
know
ring
what
and
they're
get your ass kicked.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like I know what they're doing is like a sport and to a degree of performance, but like they legit train, they legit know what they're doing. So like I wouldn't I mean, like you said, I wouldn't be too thrilled to be at the end of a super kick for real, if you know what I mean.
I mean, believe it or
Yeah.
not, there are fans that have jumped the rails and went to the ring and got their asses handed to them, and then turned around and tried to sue.
Right.
They're not
It's
gonna
like
get anything out of it.
gosh, I mean, that's just so dangerous.
If anything, they could sue the fan. If anything.
Oh yeah, because that actually is
Right.
very dangerous for the wrestlers too. Like not working with So, long story short, don't do that.
Right. More of the story.
Yeah.
Just stay behind the rails.
Stay in your seat. If you want to
Oh,
meet them, go pay
did
for
you
a meet.
guys? Did you guys see MJF hit that fan on Wednesday?
Yes. Oh my! Like knocked his glasses.
Yeah.
I didn't see that on TV. I didn't see that until I saw it on Twitter.
I mean, it looked like there was. I mean, a lot of times, like there are certain cases where, like, if they come out in the crowd and they're looking to like provoke, like, happily will like participate in that because, like, at that point, it's part of their storytelling. But I don't know. I don't know if I could take that from MJ.
Right.
That might be kind of scary to knock
Yeah,
off my.
but for most fans, it's like Roman Reigns said once: just chill out, sip your beer, enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Gordon. Yeah, he kind of is.
Oh yeah. Well, he also copied one of Adam Cole's promos too. This like
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. It's part of his shtick. He likes to go back and
MJF has copied a lot of people. He's copied The Rock. He's copied a few people. He's copied a lot of people.
Roddy Piper. It's
Getting away with it.
it's part of the. I mean, but the thing is, I don't think he even denies it. Like he just kind of rolls with it. It's part of his like whole.
Yeah, that's why. That's why MJF got what he.
It's just him being a douchebag.
That's why he got what he got at Revolution 2022, the dog collar match. He got what was coming to him.
Oh yeah.
Has Aubrey been in the ring yet?
She's jumped in and out, and there's been some yelling and taunting, but there hasn't been like her actually in there wrestling. Either that or I
No
was
contact yet.
Yeah, either that or I got too hyped up about my what I was saying, and I just stopped looking for a second.
No, their dad was in ROH a little bit, but I don't know if I've never seen him actually wrestle. Maybe he was a wrestler before years ago. They didn't want to. They didn't want to go against him. Parent power. Parent power for it all. Ooh, go Sanjay. Oh, here comes Aubrey.
Get it, girl.
It's kind of weird because we got two referees.
Here we go. Right.
This feels like a Attitude Era segment.
I know, right?
A little bit. Ooh, head first.
Getting some Stephanie McMahon vibes from
Stephanie and Sable.
Yes.
Stephanie and Sable, yep.
Aubrey's the Stephanie here, and Sable is getting her butt kicked.
She's going to get far again.
Aubrey is like living right now. She is so happy. Ooh.
Now, wouldn't if she hits Karen Jarrett, that would be the end of the match, right? It'd be a DQ.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, yes. She is a referee. She is an official. So you got to
Something's
call
gonna
it right down
happen.
the middle.
Yeah, Paul Turner's.
Oh.
But is she gonna overturn it because she's a referee as well?
Ooh.
Don't do
Okay.
it.
Lethal.
Don't make yourself look even more stupid. Sudden. What is going on? I don't
Why
know.
would Lethal take that? Shouldn't it
Oh.
be Jeff?
No, that's the way you should do it.
Right. I mean,
Is he your husband? Oh, I guess Jeff's on the ground right now. I was gonna say where'd Jeff go, but there we go. All right.
Okay, yeah.
Aubrey is living her
Okay.
best life right now.
man, she is doing her thing, man.
Who are the
She's
two
having
little
fun doing
girls?
it. You can tell too. She's having so
those
much
two little
fun out
girls-
there.
I believe those two little girls are Mark Briscoe's.
Oh my goodness.
They've
His
got to be.
daughters.
They've got to be his daughters.
I still get super emotional about the Briscoes and everything that happened, and like, I don't know.
Yeah, that is tough.
I don't know a lot about it, but it was just so tragic because like seeing everyone's reaction to all of that was sad. Oh, there's our queen right now.
Yeah.
All right.
No, she already healed.
Time
Yep.
again.
Yep, she's healed because she's talking in that tone that she used to.
I channeled her during my Monday Zoom meetings, like
Uh-oh.
that attitude right there.
Now this could be the
Wow.
Ooh. And the queen has entered the chat.
This could be one of the best women's matches in AEW history, besides Tony and.
I'm not
Jamie
complaining
Hayter.
about it at all, actually.
This is going to be a beautiful match right here. Oh.
I just wanted to come in to say hi to you guys. I dozed off.
No, you're fine.
You're good. Welcome, Adam.
No
I
problem.
fell asleep. I fell asleep and I woke up and I realized it was 10:30. I was like, crap.
You're good, man. You're good.
There are times an alarm just fails me, and I still to this day I'm like, how did I sleep? What?
Oh, I didn't even set an alarm. I just dozed off. Like I ate dinner and then I fell asleep. I mean, I've been up since 6 a.m., so it's fine.
That's fair.
It's understandable.
But wanted to pop in, say hello, thank everybody for watching a Rampage live reaction, and very excited for Collision tomorrow night.
So excited.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
but just wanted to pop in, say hello. Looking forward to seeing everybody that joins the live reaction tomorrow night. So
It's gonna be a great event. I can already they built it up so well. I cannot wait.
I'm very excited. I think the most anticipated match for me is Buddy Matthews versus Andrade.
Yeah, that's gonna be really good.
That's going to probably be the match of the card. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
So,
Steals the show.
but just wanted to say hi to you guys. I'm going to go back to sleep.
We'll see
All
you
right,
tomorrow.
I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Bye.
You have a good one, Adam.
Yeah, he's not joking though. That was like a total surprise. Like as soon as I saw that card come out, like I was like, "Wait, is that
Yeah.
legit?" And then like I was like, "Oh shit, this could be so good." It's
Well,
gonna
I
be
feel like at least one more match added. I feel like there's gonna be one more match, like Scorpio Sky in a match or something. But you never know what could happen.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Because there's gonna be a lot of probably other stuff besides matches going on. So
right.
because Thunder Rose has been
Women's match
advertised.
on the card for tomorrow night. I didn't see one, but maybe I
A
missed
women's
it.
match. I believe it's Willow and Sky Blue versus
Okay. Good.
Tony and Ruby. It's kind of the same match.
okay.
It's kind of
Yeah.
not because Willow and Ruby and wrestle on Wednesday.
It's a slight twist. It's like Willow kind of came out and
Yeah.
interfered, but like towards the end. So we're finally going to get a little resolution to.
No Miro's in action. Andrade and Buddy Matthews is a match everyone's looking forward to besides the CM Punk match.
Going to be really
Yeah.
good.
At least 5 matches,
Shout
but
out to
that
Buddy.
Miro match it's just got Miro in action, so it's gonna be very short. So they can fit at least one more match in there.
Hmm.
I wonder what Thunder Rose is gonna do because I don't think she's cleared. So I wonder. what they're gonna-
Oh, I didn't know
what they're
that. Ooh. Maybe she'll do a promo for something or just
Well, I
start
guess she's
building.
not- or maybe she's cleared. I don't know. We'll see what.
And she's announcing her announcement to return.
It would suck if she retired. That would suck. Which no one. What was it called? What was that show they used to have after Dynamite?
All Access.
All Access. She was on
All
there.
Access, yeah.
And at that time, she
Is the season over with that?
they only had 6 episodes of it. I wish there was
Oh,
at least
that
8
sucks.
or 10.
I know. There seems like there's more potential there.
But there's a lot of content they didn't show. Like when Tony had he looked like he was frustrated talking to the Elite. They didn't show.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one thing. I feel like there's a lot that hit the cutting room floor that we're never gonna see.
I like seeing all of it. Like, I like seeing the, I mean, because that's just the reality. Like, you're not going to love there's going to be the hard moments, the highs, the lows, but like, I don't know, it just makes you more relatable.
True.
And it's like people forget that they're still such a young company that like, they're going to do stuff that's, they're going to figure stuff out. Like, it's not everything's going to be perfect, but they're going to learn from it. And it's just
Mark
gonna get better.
Henry. Mark Henry looks like he wants to really hurt Don Callis right now.
I think everybody in the audience wants to really hurt Dog.
Put him in the power.
Right.
what is it
Yeah, I
called?
agree. Who does it right now?
I mean,
Or is it the
right
Hall
now,
of
if I had
Fame?
to like line things up, it's probably like Dominant Mysterio is like the top hated, plus that like followed by Don Callis right now, the wrestling world. So
Yeah.
I want to see Mark Henry get
Yeah,
physical
perfect
one
amount of
time in AEW. Just one time. I want to see him get physical.
I need him to announce it's time for the main event, and then him just like walk off and get into the ring right after.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
the
that'd be
commentary
cool.
team for Collision. I'm really
All
excited.
right, Jerry's like, I'm done
for
with you.
this. I was pushing for this commentary team, except someone else in it.
Ooh, we're gonna get JR. Okay.
I was pushing for
Nice.
Marlon, but Kevin Kelly's good too.
I don't
Oh,
know.
that'd have been so cool if it was Morrow. Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
Got the acclaimed on Collision.
He's like one of my favorites, though. Have you ever saw him call boxing matches? Mauro Ranallo is
Mauro,
like the
he's
best
really
at
good.
calling boxing matches.
He was in WWE
Well, that's
for a
gonna
little
be
bit,
a great asset.
but I guess I couldn't sign him or whatever. But they got Kevin Kelly, who's pretty good. He
Yeah.
remembers the Attitude Era, Raw or ROH or New Japan. He's been on that.
I can't wait for. I'm so hyped for Forbidden Door too. That's already looking like it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, because I know at first the commentary team was going to be Tony Schiavone in there, but I don't want Tony Schiavone on both Dynamite and
Yeah,
Collision.
kind of separate it out. Do
Two
something
separate commentary teams. I like Excalibur. Like Excalibur can get annoying sometimes, with just with him running over the card and everything, and like 60
Gosh, he
seconds.
goes so fast. That man does not get to take a breath sometimes.
And he's never made a mistake either.
So
Or at least to my knowledge, he hasn't. But hopefully they keep the commentary team as is.
yeah. My favorite commentator has always been Taz, though. Taz is like one of my like to this day. If anyone ever pulled me in the ring and asked who do you like the best as like a wrestler, Taz would probably be in my top 3 just because I love his personality.
This thing with Nakeshita and Callis looks a little weird.
What is the graphic?
I don't know.
What are they supposed to be, centaurs?
Oh, they have bow and arrows.
Centaurs.
What is that relationship?
I don't know. Not sure.
Just
Okay.
magical centaur painting. Like, that is amazing.
Majestic.
Very majestic.
Davis, Taya versus
They
Seth.
just zoomed it out. I can't.
Yeah, I've seen that. Looks like it's really good pretty soon, Davis.
Oh, they chose centaur art. That is great.
This is two different styles of wrestling. Strong style and lucha libre.
Yeah.
You don't see many matchups like these.
It's gonna be very interesting. I mean, Bandito is so good too. Ooh, Takeshi.
Wow.
Oh,
Come
that
on,
was good.
dude.
He's
Come
so
on.
much shorter.
Wow.
Oh, he jumped him.
Powerful. Oh my gosh, the height they get. I cannot. Oh, that is one thing in wrestling. Like as crazy as it sounds, like I've always one of the moves that always scares me the most are those kicks. Because like I don't know how you take that gently, and they make it look like it's like super like abrasive and like hard to the head and the face. And I'm like, how does one take that? I don't know how you do that.
I mean, a lot of conditioning, I would think.
Oh my gosh. Nice little pose. MJF has a flower on his VMW Beetle.
Going out to the crowd for this match. I remember for Roderick Strong and Jericho, like that big brawl, that the security was pushed the cameraman, and the cameraman pushed the security guard back and everything.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You know, you're trying to get. There's a lot of you have a big job. You're carrying a lot of equipment. I get it. You get mad. Security's trying to keep people safe.
I didn't even think he knew it was a cameraman at first. Security guard.
Oh,
I mean, dude, those cameras are expensive.
I know. That's the thing. Was like he would probably his butt would be on the line if he dropped it or did something. So he's probably like, "Dude, don't push me!" Like,
Right.
For this match, thought it was Bryce, but that's not Bryce.
oh,
That's what I
not
thought too
Bryce
at
White.
first.
He looks like him from like afar, but he doesn't have the facial hair. He's got like the same expressions, but ooh. Bandito's so good. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
That strength. This is like, oh my gosh, that looked hard.
Crowd's behind him.
That's just me when I
Oh,
wake
yeah,
up. I
totally.
just like clutch my back. Like I haven't done any lifting for the day, and I'm like,
Oh, this is pure strength.
it's unbelievable.
I want to see Bandito and Claudio.
Yes. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
man, I haven't thought about that, but that's a damn
I
good
wanted
idea.
Claudio at Forbidden Door too. Like I would love to see Claudio versus. I thought at first they might put Tanahashi up against like Claudio or Moxley or someone, but
Supposed to be MJF, but MJF
yeah,
says
but he keeps saying no.
it's not going to happen.
Love how they put the card
Of course.
out there. Nope.
He said that it wouldn't be the first
And
time.
I was expecting. I was like, what else what else was I expecting? I mean, you expect him to step up to a challenge like that?
Something's going to happen where
He's
he's obligated to appear or something.
Yeah.
That'd
He's
be
expressed
funny.
he doesn't care for New Japan. That's why it's like I think it's funny how like at the post media event, probably Tony's like, "Oh, you don't want to perform there? Huh? That's nice. I'm gonna book you."
Because he would get killed. He would get slaughtered in the ring.
I think I'm still your boss. I think I might arrange that.
Oh man.
Bandito is so good. My gosh. I think it's incredible too, is that like you don't see yes, please kill Don Callis. Please, yeah.
Oh, that.
Just like Don I mean, that wouldn't be too big of a loss. Hi, bud.
This is a different Rampage card. Each week's been different. Past 3 weeks.
Mhm.
No, Brian Danielson's been doing some creative with it. So every week,
Now that I
feels
don't
like a
have a
different
problem
style.
with. I can. I
Yeah,
can
'cause,
trust somebody like Danielson behind creative.
Yeah, I was like,
Uh,
I think that like that just makes me feel so comforted to know that he's in like a creative seat now.
Right.
Like he's so good at what he does. I'm like, yes, okay, this is approved.
I know last week we got that 4-way women's match. And the week before that was like a championship Friday with a lot of championship matches.
Yeah.
And not one championship match was an AEW title defense.
Mm.
But
I mean, not bad booking really.
yeah,
Yeah.
If Danielson ended up handling that, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I know Zack Sabre Jr. was on there three weeks ago. What do you guys think about Hangman and Punk? Well, it just is what it is, I guess.
I mean,
But I have a
personally,
theory.
I think they should let bygones be bygones and just go to
I have a
work and get paid and
I have a
entertain
theory
fans.
that when Hangman was really punching Punk in the ring, I have a theory that when Hangman got injured in Moxley, maybe he did that and Moxley laid him
Yeah.
out. I don't know, just a theory. Moxley had
It is
enough
quite
and
a theory.
he laid out Hangman. I don't know.
I think I mean it's like I know what I want to happen between them. I don't know that it will happen. I think they both feel like, they were like justified in what they were doing. But I really wish they would hug it out and just like get past it. Same thing with the Elite. Like I'm just like, can we just like guys, like there's so much good that could come out of this, like story-wise, and like there's a way we can
Yeah.
all win at this if we can come back together. Like
Right.
let's hug it out.
Yeah, Punk
Hug it
said
out.
he's tried to reach out to the Elite, but he wasn't legally allowed to. So
Lock them in a room with Adam.
I guess
Like
legally.
I mean,
how many WCW members were there? NWO, I mean. I don't know how many there were,
Oh,
to be honest.
it became
I don't know.
stupid after a while because everybody was on the team eventually.
Basically, the entire
But
roster, basically.
was a new world
yeah,
order.
the entire roster pretty much to the point to where they had to split. They had to split NWO into two factions, and there was NWO, Wolfpack, and then they had to split up into factions. That's how big it got.
LWO, and then they had the B team, and
Yeah, the B team. Yeah.
it's stupid.
Gosh.
It's like everyone was a NWO member except Goldberg and Sting.
Right.
I don't know if Bret Hart.
No, Sting was Wolfpack.
Then it was only Goldberg then.
That might have been intentional from what I've heard.
never joined. DDP never joined either of them. He
Like
was
how do
just
you
lone
even
wolf.
create storylines if everyone's like that's the reason that they went out of business. They did that for so long. Then they wasn't thinking about like what are we gonna do when Hogan retires and all this.
Right. They just put everything in one basket and it just fell from under them.
It is really sad how it all came crashing down.
Yeah.
And then I never knew this happened, but Bischoff called out Hogan and the Jeff Jarrett stuff, and it was basically their own screw job. No one talks about it.
Oh, pretty much. I mean,
I could only imagine Tony doing something like that.
I feel like Tony Khan like he's not trying to be. He's not the Vince character. Like he's not
Definitely
really
not.
the Eric Bischoff character.
not yet, at least.
Yeah.
Some people were saying that like he's been on TV a lot more recently for someone who doesn't like to be on TV. But like I was like, yeah, but he's like making announcements. Like he's just being the boss. Like he's not trying to be like the evil company owner. So
as long as we don't
Right.
get Tony as AEW World Champion, we're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine
think
as long as
he
they don't
wants
pull
that.
that one.
Because even WCW did that. Wasn't Bischoff the world champion at one point?
oh, that's so dumb. Don't.
Yeah,
seems
that was
so-
like for a night or two, I guess.
Then,
Oh, I'm cringing. Like that just no, that doesn't work. It just doesn't.
and then Kevin Nash wins the title, and he just or was it
Right, he
Hogan?
gave
that won?
he gave it right to Kevin Nash.
He just poked him.
No, at that time, I think at the time, Kevin and Hogan were. I could be wrong, but they could have been at odds. I think at that
Who
time,
wasn't
I'm
at
not
odds?
sure. I could be off.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking. Yeah, like they were feuding, then Then
Yeah, they were feuding. They were at odds. Yeah.
and then Hogan just touched him, and then he just laid down, and then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the Poke of Doom, and then they kind of merged all the NWOs and made a super NWO that sucked.
Super end up. It's just so like just hearing it being said and just like cringing. Like, no, stop.
It happened.
Stop.
It happened.
Oh, it hurts. Oh dear.
It was horrible. It was better at the beginning of the NWO
Right.
saga. It was better at the beginning.
It's like I know I'm like the last person who's like worthy to throw stones at like any sort of wrestling creative, but like even I would say don't like that's enough. We're good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, just watching all that, how ignorant some of the people are, and I still believe their own words today. It's-
This
I
guy.
think the majority of fans that watched it and people that go back and watch it, they will have like the same opinion. Like, okay, what went wrong? I mean, it was
Yeah,
it
a
was
lot of
awesome the way it was, and then what went wrong? You know?
a lot of stuff went wrong. People don't know what they're doing. Oh, that was good. Frog splash.
Ooh,
Hey, Guerrero.
Oh,
how's that?
nice.
is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, he would applaud for that one.
Yeah.
Done the right way. It's one of the best moves ever.
What does Psychosis do now? Like what is he's? Because I feel like Bandito should be with these guys.
I'm not sure what Psychosis is doing these days, honestly.
Yeah, this is the main event. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it's 4 minutes till it's over. So, yeah.
I feel like Don Callis is gonna get involved here, and I'm not gonna like it. Just bracing myself to cringe at a Don
Yeah,
Callis
he's gonna do
intervention.
it just to piss everybody off.
Just to like make me angry.
Right, just to get at you.
Oh my gosh. I always like Bandito's gear. Like for somebody who doesn't show his face, like he tells such great
Ooh,
stories.
that's it.
Is he biting or is he just okay? Looked like
I
Takeshi
wa-
was biting him or talking to him. I couldn't tell. Oh,
I thought surely that was gonna be it.
Oh,
give it the good. Oh. The little girl's facial expression.
Oh, there's a guy here.
Ooh.
Over submission hold or was that a reverse? Reverse GTS?
Oh.
So it looked like
That was
are you
really
kidding me?
oh
They're
my
pulling out
God.
some really cool moves.
if he would have landed point on, that would have been so good.
That was different. I like it though. Oh.
Super. Oh, that's how you do it.
Oh, that was awesome.
That's how you do it. Bandito's like, yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you land on your feet.
And
Oh, he missed.
whoa.
Oh, that was good.
Kick the face.
They're doing a lot of moves with the
In like
limited amount of
3
time they have
minutes,
left.
like with 1 minute left.
Yeah, they're really doing a lot. Ooh, head first.
Whoa,
That's how got some brain damage later on in life.
dude,
that
they're
one.
pulling out some
That was
badass
awesome.
moves, dude. This is awesome.
I know that hurt.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Later in
jeez.
life, that's gonna come back. I say that now a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt in the morning.
I know. I was like, I think that might
Yeah.
hurt sooner than that.
He hit head first. But he's still up.
I sense an ice pack backstage is gonna need to make an appearance. I feel like I just still to this day, like I don't know how you see sometimes the wrestlers after these events, they're like walking through the airport. I'm like, how are like I'd just be like limp in a hotel bed, like just like put ice packs over me for a day. Like, oh, need to not move
No
for a
lie,
day.
dude. I'll be laid up for at least a day or two. I agree. I'll be the same way.
So just
I'd
like
have to
walk
take at
away.
least a couple of days off.
Like, how are you walking? I'd be dead.
Yeah, I see. Oh, that was. He's using Kenny Omega's moves, which it served him well.
Yep,
I feel like that's
I'm noticing that. I am noticing that.
I guess technically say Don Callis taught him a lot of the yeah. 2, 3. There it is. Surprised though that Don Callis didn't interfere. I thought he was, but of course he's got to come into the ring and just ruin the magical moment.
He probably didn't.
Of course.
He didn't want to get beat up. Probably.
That's true.
Right.
That was a really good main event.
That was like those last 4 minutes were chock full of like move after move after move.
Boom,
was
boom,
like
boom,
a
boom,
video
boom.
game, basically.
Yeah.
That was incredible. That was a really great Rampage, actually. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, my favorite match was the opening, the 6-man tag.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, overall, it's a pretty good episode. Yeah, I don't know a rating scale what I would give it. I don't know about the Aubrey thing. What did you guys think about the Aubrey match?
It was a nice nod, and like if you're an Aubrey fan, I'm an Aubrey fan, so like I like that
Yeah.
there was a moment for her to get some revenge, but it wasn't necessary. I didn't like dislike it, but it was like it was just there. I liked all the
Right.
other
For
stuff.
what it was okay.
Yeah.
I like.
I agree. For what it was pretty cool.
Right.
I think that's what it was intended to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've seen stuff like that in other promotions, WWE. We've seen Donald Trump, of all people. He was in was it WrestleMania? Yeah, WrestleMania.
Right.
Yeah.
23.
It was him and Vince, and they had the
hair
lose their hair
hair.
match.
They're real two very inspiring people, I suppose.
I think it was
Yeah.
Umaga and Bobby Lashley in that match.
Yeah.
I believe.
That was a hard grilling match. I wish they were.
The match was fine.
I wish
Me too, man. He was badass.
I can't believe he's dead. Because I used to watch him a lot. I used to grow up. I used to hate him because I like John Cena. But as I got older, I really got to see what wrestling was about. I really started to like some of his work.
That's true.
But
yeah, he was always cool.
We were talking about this last night on Talking Elite, but a lot of Samoans, they must eat a lot of hamburgers. So I don't know. Because we were talking about Rikishi and the transformation of his body, and it makes sense.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you're not lying.
But Samoans, between Yokozuna and Rikishi to
Nia
is Rosie
Jax.
still? Rosie's not alive, is he? He died.
Who?
Roman Reigns' brother.
I can't remember. I think he's
did.
still alive.
I think he died.
I could be off. If he did, rest in peace.
I know he weighed a lot.
Yeah. And Roman Reigns' father, they're part of the Samoan was it the Head Shrinkers, I believe?
I think the bloodline is going to turn into what the NWO was, but just Samoan members. The whole entire bloodline is going to be each year they're going to add more members to that group.
And The Rock's daughter is in NXT. Forgot about that.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine? That would be.
I could add Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of people mad with a lot of stuff he's been doing. I don't know if anyone's seen.
No, I haven't. I'll have to get caught up on that.
Just a lot of stuff. But yeah, that was pretty much it for our Rampage reaction. I thought it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
the Aubrey stuff was what it was.
Right.
I wouldn't want to see it again, but it was whatever.
One and done.
I want to see Michael Nagasawa in wrestling, but take off the headset and go back to the baby oil. And that's what I want to see. If anyone hasn't seen Fighter Fest 2019, Michael Nagasawa versus Alex Jabali, that was a really, really good match. Tony Khan didn't like it, but it was entertaining. It was entertaining.
Right.
He even said like he told the fans after the match, "I'm really sorry I had to put you guys through that because I didn't like it." Great podcast tonight. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night for Collision, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna be a lot of us on here for that. Yeah, we'll be back. Of course, next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Talking Elite, Friday, Rampage, and then at Collision every Saturday now. Definitely go check in on the channel. We did a very last minute interview with Eric Rowan. Very, very last minute. I definitely recommend checking that out. There's some wild stories he told that you won't hear anywhere
very
else.
interesting.
I bet. So I definitely recommend going to watch that. Yeah, definitely check out the All Elite Zone in the link description below. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify. Definitely subscribe. At 350 subscribers. Yeah, 350. 50 away from 400. So yeah, we'll see you guys.
Bad, folks.
Yeah, definitely share this with your friends, and then their friend will share, then their friend will share, and so on. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow night for Collision.
See you guys later.
Peace.